Time and we are out in the garden. So I have this huge tomato plant. You can see it's going over to that side. I got a lot of leaves at the bottom, and when you have a lot of leaves at the bottom, you're opening yourself up to more pests, as well as like issues with the plant, because the plant's going to be super watery and dirty at the bottom, and you don't need all these leaves at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do some trimming. I'm just going to come down. I don't always use clippers, but yeah, come down, pull these parts off, get down in here so we can have like a really clear bottom. Come over here, get this guy, get over here. Okay. Yeah, I can get a lot of this, and I will. I usually just use my fingers for the purpose of this video, because I don't want to get tomato plant juice all on me. Okay, so this plant is still huge. I feel like this full stock is like another tomato plant, and it's going to produce a lot of food. This one is like the main stock, right? And then anything coming off of that is what we consider to be suckers. So this is the main one. That's a sucker there. This one that's coming out is a sucker, which means that it basically is taking nutrients away from the plant. I mean, you could keep letting it grow, but you're going to have to feed this like crazy, and it's going to be extremely, extremely loaded with fruit. And you know, I have a container plant, so I want some veggies on here definitely, but I don't really have like a lot of space for this to grow crazy. So and also I told my friend I'm going to give her a tomato plant, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off part of this plant. Let's see, I got the sucker right there. Told you this is the main stem. Anything coming in between it, like you'll have a leaf there, you have the main stem, a leaf, and then the leaf coming in the middle, that's the sucker. I'm gonna cut that off and go ahead and gently take it out of here. And this is what I have. This is gonna be an entirely new tomato plant. So I'll put that to the side. As you can see, we already got a lot more room on the plant. And then I really think I want to cut this one off too. It's so big, but I don't want it to like put the plant in a bunch of shock. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna cut this off for now. Just cut off some more of these bottom pieces, and I'll come back. Okay, I did it. I cut off that huge branch. As you can see, the plant looks way more skinnier, way less foliage on here. There's a lot more room at the bottom. I got a sucker right here that's gonna spring off. I got a sucker coming in the middle. I'm gonna just nick that little part off. I don't want too many of them on there for it to get crazy again. I think I'm gonna take this one off too. And I'm gonna let this one do its thing. And this is the variety. This is the only store-bought tomato that I bought. It is a old German. It's really pretty. They're gonna get huge, so that's part of the reason why I don't want this to get too crazy. But I hope this still does its thing and it grows really well. It should. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this into another tomato plant. So I got this one and I got this one. So I got 2 tomato plants, and then these are all the leaves that we cut off. And I have these jars that I used to get my kombucha in when I drink that brand. And I'm gonna use that to put the roots in. I think I'm gonna cut this part off. Hold on. now that I look at this, I could have left this on the plant and took this one off. This was the sucker. As you can see how it grows like to the side like that. That's the sucker right there. So that really could be a whole nother plant too. Should I cut that off and see if that becomes another plant? I don't know. I don't have another jar. I mean, I'm sure I do somewhere, but we'll see. Okay, so just gonna put this in here with water. It's gonna be really wonky, but it's gonna do its thing. Same with this one. I'm sorry, it's early in the morning. My nose is super stuffy. And then put this one in here too. So we got that one. Keep letting it get some sunlight, and I like the amber colored jars because like the roots aren't gonna get all nasty. Sometimes with those clear glass jars, the roots can get nasty. I need to put this somewhere my kids can't knock it over. But you get what I'm doing, y'all, right? You get it? Okay, thank you. I'm gonna come back and show y'all what the roots are looking about like, and once we get some roots, we can throw it in some dirt. Some people say you can just throw it in dirt like this, but I'm gonna wait to get some roots. So I ended up cutting that really big plant in half at the sucker part of it, and as you can see, the roots are in there. I mean, the bottom of the stem is in there pretty good, so all of that is gonna form roots. So we're looking for. So let's put this. I don't know where I'm gonna put it so it doesn't fall over. Cause I'm gonna just like kind of find a little spot for it, but that's what we got. Excuse me, world. Okay, that's what we got. Okay, yeah, I have not been paying attention to this dang on plant. Look at these roots, and there's not a lick of water in there because the leaves look good. I was like, okay, they good, but honey, she needed some help. So anyhow, let me put you on top of this. Let me get this out. Trying to do this without a tripod. I'm doing this on my phone. Come on. Woo. The roots are gnarly, man, and there was like literally no water in here. I probably had one more day before this was done. So I got this in here, and I already added in some food. Added in maybe a cup of this, and maybe half a cup of this, or maybe a cup. I don't know. Didn't measure it. I just threw it in there. And I believe this is 2 plants. So let me break this up. Hold on. Yeah, we out here in this garden with this bonnet on. We gonna do what we gonna do. I ain't got no lip gloss on or nothing. Okay, so is this 1 plant? Or I thought it was 2 plants. It is 2 plants. They're just stuck to each other. Okay. So as you can see, I'm trying to separate the roots, giving them a little space. Okay, so this is 1 plant. This one's shorter, so I'm gonna go with this bigger one so we can get some yield off of this. Don't really have to mess with the roots too much. I'm glad I put it in that darker bottle, and I put it somewhat in the shade, and it's still doing good. So let me show y'all what I'm doing. So I'm just putting it in here, making sure it's deep. Tomatoes like to be deep, so I actually need to go deeper than that. Okay, so basically, like, make yourself, and of course all the dirt goes right back in there. Make yourself some room. Let me take some of the dirt out. Basically, dig yourself a little hole. Come on. All the dirt. I'm used to pulling it back and then putting the plant in there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna pull it back like this and then drop the plant in there. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I know y'all just feel. I know. It's okay. So I'm pulling it back, dropping her in there as deep as I can get her. Oh, come on. Deep enough? How deep is your love? Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, so you see how deep it is in there compared to the top of the pot? It's in there pretty deep. So tomatoes like to be deep. So now I'm just gonna push the dirt around it. I'm sorry for the way this is coming out, but we just getting content, okay? Just trying to get some content today. So let me push the dirt around it. So I'm just pushing the dirt around. I'm gonna add some more dirt in there because I know that this plant is gonna need as much as she can get because she's gonna get real big. And I'll show you how some of my larger tomato plants are looking right now. What, baby? Where Dad at? Mariah upstairs. Where's Daddy? See this? Daddy on the pot. Oh, child, that's what men do. They go right to the bathroom. Okay, hold on, baby. Here I come, baby. Okay, so I got this in here. Okay, I'm about to go get her. I am. Now you get back in there. Okay, I need to water this really well. Give me that. Mommy. Go in, Maddie. Here I come. So I'm gonna water this really well. Kind of sort of shade it and then put some of my straw. Go back in, Maddie, on the actual soil. It's gonna look like you're drowning your plant. Just keep watering it, especially this one because it was bone dry. Give it time to soak in so the roots can really get nice and wet. Usually I like to put marigolds in here. I don't have any right now. Plus, marigolds get huge. At least the ones I get, they get real big. Take up all your space. So just putting some straw down. Help with the weeds, help retain moisture. As this gets bigger, we're gonna take off some of these bottom leaves. Move, girl. Okay, we're gonna take off some of these bottom leaves. This straw, I'm not putting this in here cute. It's all falling over, but yeah, I get it. Y'all see what type of morning I'm having with these children. My kids, my dang on 2-year-old, when it was Easter, mind you, it's June, she couldn't get her Easter basket that her grandma gave her because she wasn't saying please and thank you. Now she's saying please and thank you. She finds the Easter basket. Yes, we held on to the dang on Easter basket. The candy's still good. She finds it somehow while I'm out here, so I had to get them the Easter basket to eat candy out of, but of course I didn't get them the whole thing. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. I can fix this up a little bit, but this is basically what it is. I'll show you how it looks after maybe a week or so, if it's, see how it's growing in. But I'm gonna keep an eye on it since it was dry. Needs to find you a home as well. I'm gonna put her in this other pot, and I still have another one over here. Let me see how it's looking. But this is how one of my tomato plants is looking. Oh, my dang old cucumber plant is trying to take over. Okay, so this is how one of them is looking. See how big it is already. And do I have a marigold in there? No, it's just by itself. So that's how it looks. This is what I'm saying as far as I take off those bottom leaves. I can actually take those off too. But I usually take off those bottom leaves to leave a lot more space. You can see how the straw is in there, and I got my chicken wire around it to give it some support. And we already got some little tomatoes growing, and I just, like I said, I just shake it up just to help with all the tomatoes coming in. That somebody said say just shake it and it help like the tomatoes to fertilize. I don't freaking know, yeah, not fertilize, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know, it's too early. It's my cucumber plant. I need to give her something else to hold on to besides my other plants. Put another little trellis up here for the cucumber plant, but yeah, I came here for the tomato, I'm sure. But let me show you what the other one is looking like. Here's the other one. Ooh, gnarly roots. She still got a little water left. She got a little sunburn. So this is the other plant. I might actually plant this one instead of the other one, just because it seems bigger, but it is more like the leaves don't look as good. So I might grow her instead, since I only got these 2 containers. My other containers at my homegirl house. Gotta run by her house and pick them up because she's been holding them for me. Oh, let's look over here for a second. Look what we got over here. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. I just want you to know. Take off some of those dead ones. It's gotta be a different variety because these look like wild strawberries to me, and these look more like commercial strawberries, I guess. I don't know. Then I got my beans coming up. I need to water them. Oh gosh, I guess it's too wet down there because we got mushrooms growing. Ew. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we got, and I have a whole tutorial I'm gonna post on that. If it's not already up, I'll link it somewhere. But yeah, that's what we working with, y'all. I will show y'all how everything looking a little bit. So this is my tomato plants. I don't feel like pulling it out so y'all can see just how big it is, but it's huge. I got one right there, one right there. These 2 are from another video that I'm posting, but I basically got it from another plant. I got one right here that's huge. It's not producing any fruit though. I think I have to do this method where you use like a electric toothbrush to help with pollination. This one isn't producing any fruit right now. This is store bought, so we'll see how it does. But these, it's still early in the season though, yeah. This is producing some fruit. You see down there. You can see up here. Yeah, I did the, oh, there they go too, some down here. So yeah, that's what it is. Let me see if you can see the marigolds. Here is a marigold coming up. The flower that I put in there, and over here, this is a marigold. It gets huge, so you may or may not need it or want it in there, but I just wanted to try it out again this year. That's what I did last year. But yeah, this is another marigold growing with my eggplants, but you can see she's pretty big. But this video is not about eggplants, but look how huge that is. Wow. But I'll be showing the rest of the garden today. It's been raining all night and into the morning, but in general, this is our food forest, and as you can see, this is the amount of patio you get, and this is how much we're using. We're using the mess out of this patio space. We're doing it, and we got watermelon. Okay, that's the end of the video. I don't want to show y'all too much, but yeah, that is our tomato plant. You can grow tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets. This one does have the cage on it, just the cage. I cut the cage off of this one because I was like, it's just getting too big, and now it's all the way over. Like, I'm gonna have to get a stake or something and put another cage in there because it's just impending on my other plant. So that's that.